Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. What I have before you is a blank screen. And I'd like for you, as you listen to this message that I have for you, to present your thoughts against that screen. Let that screen absorb what you're thinking, good or bad, healthy or not. What I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that for quite some time, the fact of everybody's dream being realized has been real in my life, even since a little boy. I don't know any particular things that happened. I do know one thing that made it feel like it was possible is going to church and hearing the life story of Jesus Christ. It made me feel that all things were possible. And that doesn't mean that I would think that I'd be God or wanted to be God. But if there was an example that I wanted to emulate, it wasn't basketball, it wasn't in football. Well, I used to want to be an actor, but the original came to the front. What I wanted to do was to be like Jesus. To be like Jesus in the sense that Jesus loved. I mean, for those who believe that Jesus lived, Jesus loved. For those who don't even think that Jesus is real, love is still love. Whether you believe it or whether Jesus lived, it's love. And I guess most of us haven't experienced love that we know of. I would beg to differ. Just our presence here indicates that love has been exhibited to us. You see, this world that I used to envision when I was a kid and still have today is that each of your dreams are being met. Now, we're talking about a new world order, and the new world order is coming before you according to those who got the inside information, and they're telling all of us, if we would take the time to turn the TV off and turn something else on and listen, is that the enemy of your life, enemy of peace and prosperity and joy, is coming down at you. And it's coming down on a pretense that it's going to be the answer to your problem. You see all of the things that are happening in the world today, the things that you don't like, especially those things that have to do with people. Maybe you're not concerned about the tsunamis and those kinds of things because you don't think that man has the capability to be able to master and control those type of events. Surprise. Anyway, we see all of these things happening. And the warnings are coming, and the people are saying, and when we give up, they say the point that occurs when we give up is when they present aliens. It's going to scare us to death, and I know how scaring that would be. It would freak you out. If you looked up in the clouds and saw aliens, it would freak you out. In fact, if you looked up in the clouds and saw Jesus Christ coming, what are you going to look like? I don't know. But if you looked up and saw it, it would freak you out. You would be just as freaked out at Jesus Christ coming as you would an alien. Why? Because you're not ready. That's why you would be freaked out. And someone coming saying, we got the solution, and they put up a little screen, and now you can feel comfortable. You've given up everything. You've become slaves to them, and you now find out that you might be one of the ones that has to die because there's too many here, and they don't feel like trying to control all of you. It's too big a business, and so on and so forth. It would be too late. It would be too late. But this is how it will come. And while I would speak to you about the same kinds of things, all of your needs being met, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about taking advantage of people. I'm telling you this, that there is a God, that all things exist because of this God, even us as human beings. But it could possibly be, ladies and gentlemen, if we have choice, and we exercised the choice once before. They say, in the beginning, we exercised the choice and violated the rules, and we walked into a life that is this. And now here we are in this life. And the way this life expresses itself is a result of the lie that was accepted before. So we're here. And we still have choice. The choice is, do you accept this life or do you change it? Well, you see, somebody said, well, how can you change it? You try. You lift up a light that others might see a difference between what's going on. They might be drawn closer even if they don't see the light. They just might be drawn closer because of the heat that it gives. Some of them. But be that as it may, the evidence of your choice is expressed in your actions. And if you express your actions in such a way that the cancer is being eradicated, that the light is being spread, if you're doing these kinds of things, then you know. And if you're trying to do it and it seems like the darkness is so thick that you can't do anything but just stand anyway. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to die anyway. Every last one of us know that. We're going to expire. This body's going to quit on us. But, and to add to that, none of us really want to die unless we're just so sick and hurt so bad. We pray to God to let us die. And usually we stay here. But what I'm saying, and I want you to really understand and pay attention to, is this. We're going to die. So, the choice is before you now. Do you stand for what is right? And what is right is that everything, every human being on the face of the earth, every human being that is alive has been prepared for a dream to come true. Everything that is necessary for every individual's dream to come true. I don't care how many billions on this earth. Everything necessary that those dreams may be fulfilled, God has provided. God has provided it. He provided it. And the only thing we have to do is make that choice. And that choice is this, that everyone is equal to you. Everyone is as important to you. No male is more important than a woman. No American more important than anybody else in the world. And no Israelite or Jew more important than anybody else in the world. And the Pope is no more important than anybody else in the world. And the king and the queen and the presidents and white folks and black folks, none of them are more important than anyone else. And you see it like that and you treat it like that. And you will accept nothing but that. You're making a choice. And the chances are, if the world is not changing, if the world is not becoming beautiful, they will kill you. But it's the greatest death you can ever have. I know you don't believe me. But if you check out what I'm telling you, it will come to you. If you are real, it'll come to you. So, if after I'm gone, I don't know, there are others that are saying these things too. It just seems like I'm the only one because the word doesn't really spread. But I want you to know, whatever your dreams might be, you're entitled to them. But if anybody tells you that your dream is more important than another person's dream, they are taking you straight to hell. And if you agree with it, you are empowering that ship to get you to hell quick. And those of you who are upset and mad and don't like what's going on because it's feeling bad to you and you don't know what to do and you just riding that boat on the hell anyway because you can't do anything about it. Well, once before, Jesus came to the earth and he stood out here amongst you as you're suffering. And he told you everything that he told you. And he went to the cross to show you what he really meant. He was killed to show you what he really meant. He rose to show you what he really meant. All of this so you can know that you got the power. You are free the moment you get death out of your head and stand up for what